Yo, what's up guys? CharleyPangus here. Today I have a quick design tip video for you. I'm showing you my top secret texturing technique using Procreate. It's really not that secret though, but it sounded really good for the title. You guys know what time it is. Let's get it. I'm using the latest version of Procreate, so if you guys don't have the latest version, just make sure you update your app and you will have the same exact version as me. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but it's definitely important to keep your app up to date so you have all the latest features and all that stuff. I actually stayed up all night doing this design, by the way. Anyway, so if you look at this design, you'll notice that each section of this design has texturing, right? It all has texturing, and that's simply because I use a specific technique to select certain parts of the design that I want to texture. So for example, if I go to the wood grain here, each little part of the wood grain I actually selected individually and textured individually, and I just did that for every little part until the design is done. And I do that using this tool called the selection tool, and it's up on the very top on the left hand side. Here's a little diagram of Procreate so you guys can see it. I found this on the Procreate website so you guys can see exactly how everything's laid out and what every tool is called. But basically I use the selection tool and I use freehand, so I can actually go in here with my finger or the pen tool and I can select any part I want. And as you can see, it has these little marching ants where I actually selected. So using the Apple Pencil, you can really get in there and select certain parts to texture. So let me go and hide this design real quick and just show you guys a quick example of what I'm talking about. So let's go and hide this. I'm gonna create a new layer real quick. And then what we're gonna do is using my pen tool, I'm gonna draw out a circle and I'm gonna texture it just to show you guys exactly how this is gonna work. So now that I have that circle, I wanna show you guys exactly how I would go about texturing it. So the first thing I like to do is create a new layer. I never wanna texture on my main line work because I always wanna keep that separate in case I need to erase something or change it. So I always create a new layer for each texture. Every single time I make a selection to texture, I always create a new layer for it. So that's just something that I do. You can do whatever you want though, it's your life. Anyway, so I have that new layer, and what I wanna do is make sure it's selected, and I wanna go to the selection tool and I wanna make sure freehand is selected. Once you go to that selection tool, you're gonna have a bunch of options at the bottom. You're gonna see automatic, freehand, rectangle, and ellipse. You can use literally any of these that you wanna use, but I like to use the freehand one. I don't know why, it takes a little bit more time to use, but I just got used to using it, and the type of designs that I specifically do require me to use freehand because everything is very small and very detailed. So I use freehand, but you can easily use ellipse, and I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like. See? So I can drag that out and use it that way. But again, to me, it's a lot harder to kind of get it right. So what I like to do is I go to freehand and I just make a selection around where I want to texture. So I just selected all around the circle using freehand. And if I go to my brush now, and I use spray paints, by the way, and that's another little secret, is I use splatter under spray paints to texture. As soon as you go to your brush, you're gonna notice that lines are gonna appear in your background and it's gonna gray out a little bit. So I had a white background, now it's not exactly white. It's got these lines, and that's because we made a selection inside that circle. So now if I go to paint, draw, whatever you want to say, it's only going to be within that selection that I selected. So that's exactly why I use the selection tool, so I can select certain parts of my design and really get in there and add that texture, add that detail. So anyway, that's exactly what I do, guys. There's nothing really more to it. Watch this. And I'm not really trying, obviously. This is just for demonstration purposes, but I want to show you guys just how easy it really is. So now that we made that selection, again, we're only painting or drawing within that selection. We're not doing anything else. So we can kind of create this moon-like design, right? See? And that kind of looks cool. Not bad. If you look at my main design, you can totally see how I approach this, right? And I'll do one more little shade real quick just to show you. So I go to the selection tool, use freehand, and let's say I would just select this little part of the handle here. Now when I start adding texture, you can see that it's only within that selected part. And if I really fill it in, you can see exactly what we selected. So that's basically it, guys. That's your quick design tip for the day, quick Procreate tip for the day. I definitely want to keep making these design videos for you guys, so let me know if you're interested in them, specifically with Procreate, since I do a lot of my art in Procreate nowadays. So if you guys want to see more of those videos, like I said, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button really hard. Smash it. Let's get a lot of likes on this video. You guys already know I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching my videos. I hope that my videos can provide value to you guys. And if they are, make sure you guys subscribe if you aren't already, because I would love to see new faces. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Keep creating, keep being awesome as always. See you guys later. Peace.